Hi, this is Jeffrey Kurt Financial Group. Today is Friday, August 1, 2025, start of a new month. Looking back in the stock market for the month of July, stocks were up. The S&P 500 was up 2%. The Dow was actually just very little change. I think up 36 points, which is really unchanged for the month. The NASDAQ led the way up 3.7%. And the Russell up 1.6%. For the year to date, again through the end of July yesterday, the S&P up 7.5%, Dow's up 3.5%, NASDAQ led the way up 9%, Russell actually down a little less than 1%. So again, the market continues to be led by the big mega cap technology stocks primarily. And we had some earnings from Microsoft and Meta on Wednesday. They were strong. Market, went up on Thursday yesterday and then sold off in the afternoon. And then this morning we're down pretty good. And Dow's down like 500. The major index is all down over 1%. And I don't know whether it's really tied to any earnings so much, but it appears to be a combination of a weak jobs report this morning. The numbers for July weren't horrible, but there were massive revisions downward in the number of jobs created for June and May. So that has some people, kind of raising some eyebrows. I mean, how do you end up having such big revisions on that data? So, an indication and maybe that the jobs market's not as strong, but and then also that leading to a rally in the bond market, lower interest rates, and then a greater expectation of a rate cut by the Fed in September. And then also, I think the other thing about tariffs kicking in, there was no, push out for the deadline, and I think that may have caught some by surprise. Expectations were that they will continue to negotiate, and that was not the case. So I think those combinations, and plus, as I've been saying, we've been had a big rally since the April lows, a lot of complacency, a lot of speculation. So, this is not, I guess, out of the realm of possibility. But again, it is maybe a slap in the face and maybe a wake-up call to see what goes on from here. So enjoy the weekend. I'll be back on Monday. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.